We'll be solving your doubts on Friday at 2 o'clock from 2 to 3 and from 6 to 7:30. So in this time we'll be available to solve your doubts Friday and Saturday. Saturday you'll be from 10 to noon and from 1 to 3. In this time we'll be available solving your doubts, talking to you, solving your problems. Just remember guys that if you have any doubts about financial things, stuff, you can talk to us. You can text us, you can email us. We'll be here answering your question. We won't be here to talk personally, okay? We'll not be open to that according to the government rules, okay? They demand us to close, so we won't be attending any of you. Without further ado, let's get into it. Okay. In today's class, we'll be talking about past perfect. Okay. The past perfect tense indicates a moment in the recent past, and it's used when you want to make it clear that one event occurred before another in the past. It does not matter which event is mentioned first, as the tense makes it clear which of the two happened before. So when I want to talk about two things that happened in the past, I use past perfect. Okay, I don't need to specify in my sentence which of them occurred first, which of them happened first, because when I use the past perfect, it will be clear. Okay, it will be already clear, so I don't need to specify. Okay, the past perfect is formed by simple past of the verb have. So I have my have in the simple past, so had, plus the past participle of the main verb. So the structure is simple: had plus the past participle of the main verb, and the complement of my sentence. If it's necessary to note that the participle of English verbs will be formed in two ways: regulars by adding ed, plus a participle in the regular ones that each have their own shape. So remember the regular verbs, guys, so we just add ed at the end, so it's in the past. I know my verb, it's in the past, so ed. To talk about the past, we get the ed. And the irregular ones, they change the way we write them, so we have to pay attention in these verbs. You have to be careful when you use past perfect in the irregular verbs. If you have any doubts while I'm speaking, you can type, okay, in the chat, and I'm here looking. No problem. We have here some examples. When I got home, my sister had left. Okay, so I have when I got home, my sister had left. What was the first action? What was the first action? My sister left, and then I got home. So the action that happened first, my sister left, and I got home. So when I got home, my sister had left. You see, I don't need to specify which happened first, because just by the simple past here, just by the structure of the sentence, I know which of them happened first. The next, they had never been on an airplane before the trip. So they had never been on an airplane before that trip. So I had and been is the participle of the verb be. So they had never been on the airplane before the trip. So I know that they traveled, they took a trip, but before this trip they had never been on an airplane. So, okay? Third, by the time I arrived at school, my teacher had left. By the time I arrived at school, my teacher had left. So when I arrived at school, my teacher was gone. He wasn't there anymore. Okay. So the action that happened first was my teacher left, and what happened next? I arrived. Okay. This is the past, simple past. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. So see, no problem. I have been in that country before you know me. What I understand in this phrase. So before I get to know you, before we met, I already have been in that country. Okay, so I've been in that country, I know you, I met you. Okay, it's there. Any doubts until here, guys? Any doubts? No problems? Please talk to me so I know that it's everything okay. Remember to print screen the class and send it in your group, in your class group, for your teacher to know that you're participating. Okay. Let's see the next one. Okay. We also here have the negative form of past perfect that is formed by adding not after the have, okay, or the abbreviated form hadn't. So I had not read this book last week. So I hadn't read his book last week. Okay, we have had, okay, and read. That is the past participle. Okay, I had not read his book last week. You had not danced before the end of the game, or you hadn't danced before the end of the game. Okay, it's totally okay if I use hadn't, no problem. Okay, just according to the rules, no problems. So the interrogative form of past perfect, is formed by changing the position of the verb to have or it had in the sentence being positioned before the subject. Okay, it's the same with when we make a question using is, are, okay, do. They will come to the beginning of my sentence. Okay, so example. Had they finished your work last month? Okay, well, had they finished your work last month? Or, had he left before the game started? So, had he left before the game started? No problems here, guys? Please talk to me. I'm alone here. So, let's continue. Oops. So let's just review, okay? Let's review from the past perfect. Okay. So it is formed by have and the past participle of my main verb. Okay. It is so I add have plus my verb in the past participle. I have past perfect. Plain, easy peasy lemon squeezy. When I got home, my sister had left. Okay. They had never been on an airplane before that trip. By the time I arrived at school, my teacher had left. I have been in a country before you know me. Okay. This one here is the affirmative form. I'm affirming. Okay, it's clear, it's positive that these things here happen in the recent past. Okay. Now let's see the negative form. I had not read his book last week. So it was last week. We already have a past, and I had not read his book. Okay, so I have two actions in the past. They are recent and they are together. Okay. You had not danced before the end of the game. So you had the game ended and you had not danced. Okay, before the game ended. You have not danced. Okay, no problems. Going on. Here we have how making questions. The same rule. So, had they finished your work last month? Had they finished your work last month? Had he slept before the game started? Okay. Now let's go back to the affirmative one. I want you guys to give me an example. I want you guys to give me an example. You can type. Okay, you can type, no problem. You can type an example using past perfect in the affirmative form. Okay, I'll give you a minute to type. Okay, Nico-kun, you can go, no problem. Okay, but be sure to watch this class on YouTube channel, okay? Thank you. So, Bianca, could you please, bye-bye, could you please type an example using past perfect? I'll give you 2 minutes. Okay, no problems. I will help you. I'll help you. Okay. Let's see. Think about something. Think about something today in your life. Think about something in the past. 2 things that happened in the past. Example. You brushed your teeth and you ate breakfast. Okay. How do we make this sentence into past perfect? Past perfect. So, what was the first action? You brushed your teeth. Okay. So, brush your teeth and then you ate breakfast. I had already brushed my teeth. Okay, so remember I had already brushed my teeth when I ate breakfast. Okay, the verb eat in the past participle is ate. So I had already brushed my teeth when I ate breakfast. Okay, no problems? Perfect. Now the negative form. Let's use the same sentence. Let's imagine that you hadn't brushed your teeth. Okay? I had not brushed my teeth when I had breakfast. So I didn't brush my teeth. I just ate breakfast. So I hadn't brushed my teeth when I ate breakfast. No problems? Following? Perfect. Let's make the same sentence into a question. I want to ask you if you had brushed your teeth. Okay, so we're gonna start with had. Okay, so have you brushed your teeth? Okay, have you brushed your teeth when you eaten breakfast? Okay, have you? Okay, have you? After we had eaten the cornflakes, Harry came in. Let's see. Let's take this sentence and see what action happened first. After we had eaten the cornflakes, Henry came in. So our first action here using the past perfect is that we had eaten the cornflakes. We had eaten the cornflakes and then Henry came in. Okay? Let's see the next one. Have a next one? Okay. I thought I knew her. Okay. I thought I her before. Our verb here is see. So how do we make a sentence into past perfect? Remember, had and the participle of my verb. You can type the answer, no problem. So, let's see. I thought I knew her. I thought I had seen her before. So, the participle of my verb see is seen. So, I thought I had seen her before. What was the first action that happened here? I thought I knew her. I thought I knew her. I thought I had seen her before. So the first action is that I thought that I had seen her before, and my next thought was, I think I know her. So I thought I knew her. I thought I had seen her before. Okay, that's when you use the past perfect. Okay, guys. Unfortunately, that's it. Don't forget to subscribe on your YouTube channel. This class will be available there. Probably after 8 p.m. this class will be already available for you to watch. If you lost something, if you still have some doubts, you can check there. You can go there and watch. Remember to print screen the screen of your cell phone and send it to your teacher, send it to your group of your class, so your teacher can give points to you. Our next class will be tomorrow at the same time. Okay, in the same time you'll be in our next class. Let me see if I'm forgetting something. No, that's it, guys. We'll be having some doubts, solving your doubts on Friday from 2 to 3 and from 6 to 7:30. So if you watch this class, if you watch it on YouTube and you still have doubts, you can log in Friday at this time and we'll be here to solve it. And also on Saturday from 10 to noon and from 1 to 3 we'll be here solving your doubts, talking to you. Okay, don't forget to like when you're on YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, comment, okay, subscribe to our channel. It really helps and will be your means of communication. Okay, we'll be passing to you, okay, the Kahoot. You have this as homework, so you have to do the Kahoot. If you haven't downloaded the app yet, so do it, please. It's very important. And if you have about information, financial things, if you still have some problems to solve, you can message us, you can email us. We'll be here attending you guys, but not personally. We won't be attending you personally. Okay, so text us, email us. We'll be here talking to you guys, solving your problems, but according to the government stated, not personally. Okay, so guys, that's it.